Hey, what's going on, everybody? Movie Phantom here, and guess what? Saturday night, baby, and it's another Movie Phantom's horror review. Now, tonight's double feature will be The Lost Boys, and I'm also doing May. Boom. So there we go. So, guys, let's jump right into it. Lost Boys, 1987. Now, this, for the longest time, was my favorite vampire movie of all fucking time. You couldn't top it. In my opinion, it was the best. Since then, it has slipped. Sorry, From Dusk Till Dawn does take the top spot. But no, I just got done watching over the week, this past week, and you know what? It still fucking holds up. Not that I ever doubted it would, because this is actually one of those that I can watch over and fucking over. And yeah, I watched it just not long ago actually, before I did the review, and yeah, it still fucking holds up. We all know the plot. Like I said, really, big movies like this that everybody already knows, my reviews are very shitty because I'm just kind of like, well, you already know it, and here's just what I think about it, and we move on. But you guys know the plot, you know. Family moves right into the Phoenix, or they move from Phoenix to Santa Carlos, the murder capital of the world. And the older brother, Jason Patrick, he gets lumped in with some vampires, and yeah, we got to deal with that. Man, like I said, I don't even know where to even go with this, because like literally, it's so fucking epic. Like I'm sucking this off so much. I remember the first time I watched this was I don't know, man. I was probably 7 or 8 ish, and my cousin, huge fan of this movie as well. And anyways, he was like, "Hey, let's watch it." And I was like, "All right, cool." He throws it in, and I just remember being blown away. I mean, everybody loves vampires anyway. I noticed that. Like, now, granted, certain people will be attracted to different vampire movies, I guess. You know, when Interview with the Vampire came out, everybody was like, "Oh God, I want to suck off Brad Pitt." Actually, Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise just fucking double sworded. But for me, I was always like, I like these, leather-clad, badass fucking vampires. The rock and rollers, the partiers. And to me, that was what vampireism was all about. Like, literally just a bunch of dudes who go around and cause a little bit of mayhem, kick a little ass, but then have a good time doing it. And so I remember the first time I watched it, just fucking blown away. I was like, oh my God. Went out and I believe I didn't buy it. This is in the time when I would go to the video store, the local one, and my uncle would just rent me, I'd rent, 5 or 6 movies or whatever, and then he would just tape them all off for me. And this is one of those that was just a tape off thing. And just instantly fell in love with it. A little side note, this is actually my very first DVD I've ever owned actually as well. Boom, so there it is. Man, what else can you say? 2 Coreys at their height, at their peak. I mean, come on, the Frog Brothers, fucking great. Kiefer Sutherland, as David. Dude, is there really any better vampire? Kiefer has this ability to just be so fucking dangerous looking without really doing anything. Look at Stand By Me, which Stand By Me is, very family-friendly type movie. For the most part, I know it's rated R, but it's rated R for a little bit of language. I mean, other than that, it literally is just a great, movie. But he introduces this menace that you're just like, what? You don't want to fuck with him. And that same look he has in that movie, he brings to this one. And just he just kind of cock his head for a second, or he just kind of stare at you coldly. And you're just like, dude, you fucked up. Like, David will fuck you up if he has to. This is my favorite concept of vampires, too. I remember always being a fan, because, like, Interview with the Vampire, it's like, once you become a vampire, you're fucking a vampire. Like, there's no way out. And I like the concept of half vampires. Like, I always thought that was just really cool, because, once again, if you didn't want to be a vampire, I like to think that I can get myself out if I take out the head vampire, or whatever the case may be. And so I just always dug that, and I haven't seen that very often. I kind of wish that'd be one of those things they would kind of bring back with the vampire lore. Because I'm pretty certain there isn't no other movies that have. If there is, please, send it to me, or, send me the thing down below, give me a comment. But I'm pretty sure this is the only one that I can think of that has the, you become a half vampire, and it's not until you actually make your first kill that you are a full-blooded, vampire. But No, I mean, everything about this movie is great. The soundtrack kicks. I mean, it's fucking 80s, but it's awesome. Dude, their clothing. Dude, Corey Haim running around this ridiculous, like, I don't know, it's like a gray fucking suit thing, and he had a little pink sky. I don't know. It was fucking gay as hell, but it was great. It mixes humor beautifully with the horror, and that's why another thing I really dig about it, because, I mean, my favorite scene in this movie is when Corey Haim's taking a bath, and he's just singing this ridiculous, like, 50s song, and he's splashing water everywhere and everything. But the whole time, you got Michael coming up the stairs, stalking his way up there. And, of course, Nanook, the beautiful dog they had, takes him down. And, of course, he rushed down there to find what's going on. But then when he discovers that, Michael is actually, in fact, he's a half vampire, he starts freaking out. And, the line is, my own brother, a goddamn shit-sucking vampire. You wait till Mom finds out. And I'm just like, that is fucking hilarious. Like, even now, I watch this and I can still laugh at that line. It's just brilliant. I definitely loved, the Frog Brothers in this thing. I told this story a long time ago, and I'm not going to go through the whole story, so don't worry about that. But at one point, it was me, Misery, Natalie, and then I got another cousin who's not quite a corn child, but breaking the fourth wall a little bit, I'm sorry. Anyways, we stole some holy water. I'm not making that up. But this was my frame of reference, because I was like assuming, like, in any Catholic church, they just have a big vat in the back, and I can just go in there and dump my bottle into the vat, pull it up, and then be like, oh, holy water, I'm good. And it wasn't like that at all, but I just remember people were staring at me, like when we do get there, it was just like a little mini bowl. And it was just, once again, I'm up with the story, but people were just like staring at us, like, what the fuck are you doing, And I got the same look that they had on their face when they're filling their shit up during a baptism, and they're just kind of like, hey, what's going on, And once again, that entire day when we went to go do this holy water heist, if you will, that was what was going through my mind the whole time. I had to, Lost Boys all over that. Cry Little Sister, come on. My favorite song. I do prefer, I forget who did it, but they did it with one of the sequels. And don't get me started on the fucking sequels. Fuck the sequels. But I love they did like a metal version of it. I definitely like that a lot more than this one. But this is still great. And for years I loved this, song, Cry Little Sister. Fucking awesome. Like I said, once again, it's really hard for me to give a review on something that's so fucking awesome, because I just feel like you guys have all heard it before, but yeah, this movie literally is just fucking tits. I mean, yeah, seriously, it's phenomenal. Like I said, one of the best vampire movies out there. This gets compared to, like, I think it came out the same year as, the one with Bill Paxton. He fucking dices him with his boot. What the fuck was that movie? Shit. It wasn't Vamp. Oh, I'm blanking. I didn't care for it, so that's why I don't really give a shit. No, Near Dark. Near Dark. It gets compared a lot to Near Dark, and I just did not care for Near Dark. I just wasn't a fan. I'm sorry. And everybody, and critically, it got, put over Lost Boys, and I don't get it. I'm just like, I'm sorry. This is ridiculous to me. It was just very whiny and it was slow moving and very gay, and I couldn't do it. I just could not do it at all. Fuck Tangerine Dream. I'm just joking. I really don't know anything else they did, but I just remember it was like, oh, Tangerine Dream's score was incredible, and I'm like, it really wasn't. But no, I still hold a place in my heart for Lost Boys. Lost Boys is just fucking awesome. The Granddad, another just great character. I just love his whole, he has the old fart, like he just reminded me a lot of my grandfather. Just in those weird quirkiness. I mean, like my grandfather, he always would stuff animals and shit, the taxidermy and shit. And the fact that he always the grandfather in this movie would always place it, right there, next to Corey Haim's bed. He'd wake up and there'd be an owl or a chipmunk or what the fuck, right in his face, and he'd freak out. Once again, I can't say enough about it. It really is. If you have not seen The Lost Boys, hit stop now. Like this, why are you watching me? Why are you this far into the video, like, I ain't never seen Lost Boys. I must with the movie. Now, fuck with the movie, fam, thanks. Fucking watch Lost Boys. Netflix that shit. That shit's on Netflix right now. That's where I didn't even watch the DVD. I just went ahead and threw it on Netflix. But yeah, no, it's great. Soundtrack's great. Acting's awesome. Fucking, the movie's just... Joel Schumacher, before he just started fucking up shit, does great. I mean, it's awesome. Like, it really is just like the best movie. So, yeah. Then I will say this. Now, keep in mind, I was a kid when I watched this. I don't know how I didn't see it coming. I really don't. But I'm just going to say the fact that I was a kid is why I didn't. Did not see, spoiler alert, Max being the head vampire at the end. And it's so fucking obvious because there's a scene where he shows up and of course, Jason Patrick Michael, he's about ready to walk out. And he's like, well, as the man of the house, I'm not coming in until you invite me in. And he's like, you're invited, Max. And he comes in and you're just like, duh, fucking there it is. But as a kid, I slipped by that. So I was just like, well, David's not the head vampire. Who's the head vampire? And yeah, I mean, I'm sure, that's the thing I hate to think, maybe if I was to watch this today, for the first time, maybe I wouldn't love it as much because there are a lot of just subtle hints. Not even subtle, fuck that. It's just obvious, glaringly obvious that Max is the head vampire right off the fucking bat because, like, everybody who fucks with David and his boys, they come back and kill him. The security guard, the dude on the carousel, you name it, whatever. And then they walk into the video store and Max is just like, I told you boys not to come back. And they all walk out, and you can just tell they're kind of like, whatever. And you're like, dude, he's going to get fucked up. And then later on, there's a scene where Max is coming home, and the fucking, or first he gets hit by a kite, and there's laughter in the background. And then fucking headlights, the motorcycle headlights come on, and then he's okay, and they never explain what happened. And once again, you're just like, well, duh, he's part of them, But as a kid, I was blown away when Max turned out to be the head vampire at the end. I was like, oh my god. I can't believe it. And yeah, but no, fucking awesome. Like, it really was it's an epic movie. So yeah, huge fan. Got nothing else to say about. So yeah, there's The Lost Boys. I really do hate reviewing movies that are so well known and that I love. Now if they're well known and I hate them, I can just rag on it for 10, 15 minutes. But when I love them, I'm just like, I don't know what to say. I like it for the same reason you guys like it, But all right, and then we got May 2002. I was very interested to watch this, and I just never came across a copy. I remember, I don't know what movie I had. I mean, it's how random it was, but it was just on a random DVD of mine. They had the trailer, and I remember, we had breakfast burritos for dinner, and the sausage is fucking me up. I remember seeing the trailer for May and just being very intrigued by it and everything. Basically, and it does take a while to get to the, to the plot of it, I guess you can say. But May is this very socially awkward girl, and basically she, I think the tagline says it all, if you don't have friends, just make your own or something like that. And that's basically what she does. She decides to start piecing together. That doesn't come till very later. But the movie itself, it has enough story, and it's very interesting. It's very compelling. It keeps you locked in the entire time. May, like I said, she's very socially awkward. She has a lazy eye, so she finally gets her eyesight corrected. She's getting a little bit of confidence, and then she meets, and I forget the dude's name in the movie. I want to say it's Adam, but it's Jeremy Sestio. He was on fucking Suicide Kings. I can't think of I don't know. We'll just call him Suicide King. And anyways, but she falls for him. Like, she's been kind of, I wouldn't say stalking, but there really ain't no other word for it. She's been stalking him a little bit. And but then they kind of meet, and once again, she's just so fucking weird. Because, as a kid, nobody wanted to be her friend because, she had to wear a patch on her eye because they, tried to correct her or whatever. Her parents weren't really much help. Like, her mom gives her a doll to be her friend, but then won't let her take the doll out of the case. And then she starts talking to the doll. I mean, she's just, and initially you do kind of feel bad for her, but then I put myself in fucking Suicide King's shoes, and I was just like, no, I don't feel sorry for her at all right now. And, but anyways, initially he likes her, because, I mean, she is weird, and, Jeremy, Suicide King Adam, what we're going to call him, he's a bit of an outcast himself. I mean, he definitely has, friends and everything, but of course, he's a big horror movie guy. He's making his own little independent films and everything. And anybody, I mean, I can just tell you right now, anybody who's a horror fan, what it's like to be on the outside. And so you just kind of get the sense that, like, what? She's weird, she's completely an outsider, and that's probably what he liked about her initially. And, she's very cute. So they have this date. The thing is, her weirdness starts slipping through. He shows her a movie that he's doing where this, it's a couple and they just like start eating each other. It's a ridiculous kind of like goofy comedy thing. but then they start making out, and then May fucking starts biting him back, you know, and she don't really see what's wrong. She's like, no, this is what we do. And of course, he just kind of like, you know, I'm done. And he backs away, you know. And this is already after like he's kind of contended with a lot of weirdness before this, but this is the first time where he's just like, you know what, I'm sorry, this ain't working. At the same time, Anna Faris plays the receptionist at the the vet office she works at, and she's a lesbian. And she kind of falls for, you know, and so they got that thing going on there too. But then whenever May is hurt by Adam, she runs to Anna Faris, who is banging her chick. And once again, I don't think Anna did it to be, you know, mean or anything. She's just a whore, like flat out, like fucking whore. So, but she don't quite. I mean, she's such a whore, she don't really realize she's a whore kind of thing. Like she's literally just like she doesn't see why May's upset, and that's just where May snaps. And what happens is. She has a cat. It's Anna Faris' cat that, you know, she left with her, and she kills the cat and keeps it in the freezer. Well, she invites this guy back. Like this guy is trying to hit on her, and she invites him back. Well, when he's just ridiculous. He takes his shirt. He's like, hey, it's hot in here, and he takes his shirt off. And he's like, I gotta get some ice to rub these nipples, you know. And it's so ridiculous. But he goes to the freezer, sees the cat, freaks out. And then, of course, May snaps and fucking kills him. Now, she really dug his tattoos and his arms. And that's when she first decides she's going to make her own person. And so she fucking goes from there to construct her own person. I really dug May. I really did. I think some people may think it's a little slow moving. I thought the pace was great. And honestly, even knowing, because like, the trailer tells you right off the bat, like, she's going to end up Frankenstein and her own person together. That does not happen until like the third act, like literally. So like the first 2/3 of this movie, that doesn't even come up at all. And of course, if you know that, and I think if you're waiting for that, you may be a little disappointed because I mean, literally, it's more of a character development until that. Like the horror don't really come in until later on. But I thought the story was so well done, and once again, she is a very sympathetic person at first, because you do kind of feel bad for her because you see what she went through as a kid. And then you're kind of rooting for her, you know, she finally meets a guy. I mean, it's almost like Carrie, you know, when Carrie finally gets taken to the prom, and you are so happy for Carrie. And then, but with Carrie, it's almost like everybody else was mean to her. So you're on her side, like, yeah, fuck everybody in high school, kill them all. Whereas with May, you're just like, no, you're just fucking weird. Like, you know, and you had your opportunity. Like, you got the guy, you was on a date. Shit, you got the girl, you were banging her too. It's just, you're weird, you know, and so, I don't know, for me personally, I wasn't on her side anymore, and I just kind of stepped away, but then it's too late. She's already, at that point, she's in killer mode, and boom. You can see she's very, you know, it gets a little psychological, because at that point, she's talking to her doll, and at one point, just screaming at the doll. She hits the fucking case, and it cracks. Now, from here on out, she keeps hearing like the break or the glass splintering and cracking and shit, and you can even see it that it's breaking. But then she brings the doll in. I know I'm all over the place here. She's working for like I think it's blind kids. I think she's like volunteering at like a blind school, and she brings the doll in the case in. Of course, the case is not cracked or anything like that. So you can tell right there, you know, that's her mind that's fucking with her. You know what I mean? Like. That's her way of, like, the doll communicating back to her, whatever the case may be. And it kind of ends that way, too. And I'm sorry, spoiler alert, but when she finally does construct her crazy-ass Frankenstein perfect doll, perfect friend, she kind of, like, she lost her shit. And she's like, you know, you can't see me. So she decides to kind of donate an eye, which is so fucking weird. But she fucking jabs herself and, you know, pulls an eye out and gives it to him. Anyways, the very last scene is that she's kind of cuddling with her Frankenstein doll. The doll reaches over and, you know, puts his arm on her. And I remember Maya was just kind of like, when she watched it with me, she was just like, so is he alive now? I'm like, no, it's her mind. Like, she's, you know, this is how she's perceiving it. Like, you know, instead of having the doll behind glass talking to it, now it's a full, you know, blank Frankenstein fuck thing. But yeah, no, I thought it was a very well done film, and it's very under the radar. It's weird. I've heard nothing but great things. Like, anybody who's watched it, the reviewers, so I heard here and there, people loved it. What I've read about it, people loved it. It just seems like not enough people are talking about it. It just seems like it just kind of, it's a blip, and it's just that's it. Which is it's a shame. So I highly recommend it. I will say, it's more drama, and then it veers into horror. But it's almost like I don't want to say like Audition in the sense that like it's extreme or anything like that, because it's really not that extreme. But in the sense that it's it's building up. It's a slow cooking kind of So check it out. I highly recommend it. Lost Boys, fucking awesome. May, really good. Check them both out, guys. As a movie fan, that's what I got for now, and I will see you guys tomorrow. So later.